Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. This is a special entertainment report with my good friends, the Notations. I tell you, they're hanging out in the green room, and we're going to have some fun for the next hour. So go tell somebody to come on and get on the line because we got it going on. I am your host, Dr. Ron, and I tell you, it's going to be fun, y'all, because I'm going to be bringing out some stuff that y'all might not know about. So let me get my introduction out the way. The first thing I like to do is give a shout out to my mentor. My mentor, Dr. Hunt, and I have been traveling in life together for 30 plus years. And out of the 30 plus years, he has been a blessing to both me and my family, as well as I have been a blessing to him and his family. And the reason why I talk about Dr. Hunt and mentors as much as I do is because I'm trying to encourage you to get a mentor, someone that can be a blessing to you and your family, somebody that can be there for you when you're going through something. And I tell you, it is invaluable. So think about somebody that you want to be a mentor in your life and then recruit them to be your mentor and then get a show so you can shout them out. So like I said before at the top of the show, I have none other than the vocal group, the Notations. And today is supposed to be a rehearsal, but I don't see no food in the background. So it must not be a rehearsal. See, now that's the inside joke that I'm going to tell you about. See, some months ago, Eric, raise your hand, Eric.
Yo.
Yeah, Eric was bragging about rehearsals that they do, and all I could see was food. I was like, they ain't rehearsing. Them cats over there having a barbecue, you know. and he was like, this is how we get down nowadays, like and I laughed because I said, I remember when it was rough going to one of their rehearsals. You had to have a secret password, and then you went down in the basement under the barbershop.
Yeah.
You get in the basement, that was like back in the 70s. So just so y'all know, I've been knowing Eric a long time.
Right.
And back when he was part of a group called Eric and Smoke. Then I didn't know him when he had his rapping career though, because I'm glad I didn't,
Say more about that. Hip to the hop to the hip.
Well, look, as y'all can see, we're gonna have some fun. So if you all don't mind, would you please introduce yourselves to the public, please?
I'm Cliff Curry. It's Clifford Curry. Everybody calls me Cliff, leader and founder of the Notation. Marzette Griffith. And I'm Eric Bryant. Some people call me Eric. It's Ray Pierre. That's my middle name. I wasn't rapping. That's my middle name.
Man, when I saw that, I could have swore you had started a rapping career, man.
A lot of other people thought the same thing.
I say, no, he ain't.
Yeah, I heard that. Right. Hip to the hop to the hip of the hip.
I was like, I know he wanted to be in the business bad. But man, rapping? Really? And rapping came in strong, but I just couldn't see you.
You see me do that?
No, man.
Like Dr. Dre.
Yeah. Well, look, let's talk about the Notations a little bit. Since we have one of the founding members here, let's talk about the group. How far back does it go? What was it? What was it like when you first established it?
Well, let's go all the way back.
Okay.
Let's take it back to when the group actually was formed. Would have been 1962. Woo! Second year high school.
Okay.
And my original member, LaSalle Matthews, we call him Tiny. He's passed away now. he came up with the name Notations because I was always writing songs, writing this stuff down. And so he said, well, I got a name for the group. Because back then, as you know, groups were a big thing in high school.
Right.
So you had to have a good name. So he said, I know what the name was going to be, Notations. And it stuck. So it started, second year high school. And from there up until now, it stayed Notations.
Okay. So I'm sure you've had many other members that were in the group. How many interchangeable versions of the group would you say you had?
Well, let's see. Started out being myself, LaSalle Matthews, and a gentleman before one, a gentleman named Clifford Frazier.
Okay.
We used to call him Little Cliff because his first name was spelled the same as mine. And he stayed quite a while, but then he didn't think anything was going to happen because everybody was looking for a record deal. You know how groups were back then. They were all hitting record roll up and down Michigan Avenue, trying to knock on doors to be heard and trying to get a record deal. So eventually he got ready to leave the group. And I met a young lady named Margie Stroud, and she introduced me to her brother. And Jimmy at that time was going to Dunbar High School. I went to Parker, 68th and Stewart. He went to Dunbar. And I brought Jim in, and then Cliff went on. And he went on to form his own group later called The Moves. And they did pretty good later on in life. So the beginning voices, recording-wise, was myself, LaSalle Matthews, and James Stroud. That was the original voices that started it all out.
Okay. Now, which record label did pick you all up back in the day?
All right. Right after high school, a little after high school, is when we had the privilege of meeting Syl Johnson.
Okay. I remember Syl.
Yeah, I remember Syl. Syl gave us our first recording deal. It was a label called Twilight Records. They were located at 166 East Superior, right outside of downtown. You remember all that? Yeah, I got it. And so he gave us the first deal. And the first song, first of all, he asked me, he said, y'all got any original material? I said, yeah, I got some stuff. And it ended up that I'm Still Here, which ended up being the first 2 Million Southern. That was the first recording that we did under the Twilight label. And we also had another one with them called At the Crossroads, and one more, Just You and Me, were the three. Now, and we had B-sides to those, but they never did put out a whole album on it over at Twilight. And right before that, I had met Curtis Mayfield. And Curtis and Eddie Thomas was the ones that taught me the business. Curtis was like my mentor, he was. And Eddie as well taught me the business. And all that was like before we signed. But when we signed the deal with Twilight, after we got to a point where the promotion was slacking, Curtis said, well, don't worry, I'm forming my own company, which was Curtom Jim and Go Records, which was located, at the time, it was located at 5915 North Lincoln up in Lincolnwood. And we just switched companies right over to Curtis's label. And from there, we had Only Hurts for a Little While was the first single put out there. Then we had one disco cut, was called Think Before You Stop. And that went to like #2 on the disco charts. And we had one, It's All Right This Feeling. And we did get an album over there. We got a good album over there. And so with that change, leaving Twilight, going over to Curtom, our manager at the time, Emmett Gardner, brought in Bobby Thomas and Walter Jones. Now, I didn't know Bobby. I knew Walter from another group called the Five Crowns. And so we brought those two in. So when we made the switch, that was the combination of four. It started out as three, and that combination ended up being four. And it stayed like that for quite a while.
So I got a question. Now, I know Curtis was doing a lot of hits with Carl Davis. So why didn't he bring you that way?
Because he was setting up, him and Eddie Thomas. How they come up with the name Curtom? Because of Eddie Thomas and Curtis Mayfield. Right. So Eddie was managing the group, the Impressions. And he's the one that gave him the name Impressions. And so he just didn't worry about it because he knew he was setting up his own company.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this, it was a little above medium, because he had the Natural Four, the Jones Girls, us, the Impressions, Leroy Hudson, And there was another group that Mara Stewart managed that was called Baby Hugh and the Babysitters. That's what it was. So it was a nice sized company.
Yeah, yeah. But I know, in Chicago, Carl Davis was the biggest thing. You
Yeah,
know,
with
and
Brunswick.
yeah, and everything that was going on in Chicago, he was the Chicago version of a Berry Gordy, and Curtis and Jerry Butler, all of them were, over there with Carl, and I was just curious why they never brought you over there.
Nah, because he wanted to. Now, Bobby, before Emmett brought Bobby over to me, Bobby was with a group over with Carl now, but they only put out one record on them, just
Okay,
one. And Bobby just quit that group, and that's when Emmett brought him over to me.
gotcha. Okay, just doing a little history.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah, so let's talk about Mizette. Now I know Mizette. Now I think at one time you were with the Shylights at one time, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But before the Shylights, I was with a group out of Chicago called Essence.
Okay.
And I'm by way of Essence coming to Shylights. However, we tried to pitch a deal to Carl Davis as the group Essence. And they turned us down, which wound up being good for us because when they turned us down, a guy named Laurel Simon wrote a song that initially got us the record deal with Epic Records.
Okay.
So it was a 5-man group at the time. My brother originally started the group. It was called the Turbulations.
Okay.
It went from the Turbulations when my brother left to the name Essence.
Okay.
And we wound up on the Epic label.
Yeah. So everybody was originally from a doo-wop group except Eric. We know where he came from.
I came right out. I came out the womb singing R&B. My mama took me to all the clubs. She said, "Sing for everybody."
So Eric, go ahead. Tell them about yourself. I know, but some people might not know.
Well, basically, I got my, I would say, my recognition from doing Eric and Smoke.
Right.
Eric and Smoke, we performed every weekend for about 8 years straight without having a hit record. We performed with everybody. There's so many people that the three of us, we've crossed paths in so many ways that we didn't know it until we got together. Speaking about Emmett Gardner and those guys, whatever, Carl Davis and all that. Those are the guys who were pulling me in and had me under their wings, like, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But we just never talked.
Right.
All these years. I mean, I'm talking about, oh, never mind. The rest of them don't know. So I just see baby face.
Well, I just for the record, I'm not old enough to know anything about any of that. I just heard about it.
I like that. Yeah.
But and I was telling Mizette, and when I first called him, and I was telling him, I said, "Man, I've been in the entertainment industry 50 plus years, and I wasn't even exaggerating." I go back with Eric to the 70s, and I used to spin records. See, I wasn't a singer or anything like that. I used to be a DJ. That's how I got started in the business at a little place called the Blue Dahlia. I'm gonna make Eric cry now.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy, man. Man, you going back for real? You messing with
the Blue Dahlia. And Eric, and man, he took some of the best players in the area. He always had a band, and them pretty girls, and I tell you, he was like he said, he worked. Everybody wanted Eric and Smoke, but you couldn't do a show in the South suburban area and try to make no money if you didn't have Eric and Smoke on the ticket. And then look, back then we used to have these posters that you could put on the telephone pole.
Right.
I know that. Yep. We had posters everywhere.
Yeah, look, you can ride down the street like a whole block, and then post because they'd take a whole block to read them, you know. But they would have them, man, and I tell you, it was a good time, and just to give people an idea about the era, because I talk about that era so much, because it was really a good time. We used to get dressed in 3-piece suits.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And floor shine shoes, I mean, with ties, with pocket squares to go out.
Yeah, right.
And it didn't make no difference what day of the week it was. You was not going to show up not sharp.
Right. You're right.
All right. And as compared to, sagging pants and all that stuff they got going on nowadays, we were sharp. Okay.
Yeah.
And when we came out, everybody knew our name.
Yeah.
Everybody knew our name. We wasn't ducking and hiding. And then I was telling somebody the other day, we used to have Saturday night specials in the vest pocket.
Right.
Look, had a Derringer that had a 38, couldn't hit nothing unless you was standing on top of it.
You scare them. You can scare them.
Right. But you fire that 38 Derringer, it makes so much noise. Everybody didn't want to have nothing to do with you no more. So that was the time. That was the era. And live music was real. It was no joke. So as you look at what you guys do now compared to what you came from, how do you keep that era alive in your show now?
Well, we always incorporate. Well, first of all, we make sure that the shows that we do now is a lot different. Well, not that much, but a lot different from back in the day. With the hit records, it makes a difference. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like we're leaving tomorrow morning, heading to San Bernardino, California.
Okay.
That's a big show out there. And it's 8 or 9 acts on those shows all the time. Mm-hmm. For instance, this Saturday is going to be Little Anthony Imperials, us, the Shy Lights, Tim Prees, this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So we always try with the hits. We're going to always do "I'm Still Here" because that was the granddaddy of them all. Mm-hmm. Always do that, at least 1 or 2 of the hits. And something else that has moved us up another level was this company that we signed a deal with in 2018. Yeah. Silent Giant Entertainment out of Sherman Oaks, California, which is a Chicano-owned company. And we worked a deal with them where we went out and recorded all classic songs with video.
Okay.
Things are more visual now.
Right.
Okay? And those videos have really helped an awful lot. And we did tunes like "I'm So Proud," which is impressions. Of course, we just redid also "I'm Still Here" with the video, which will be coming out very soon. We did stuff like "Sitting in the Park," Daddy's Home, all with videos. Right. So right now we have a total of 9 videos streaming. So we try to incorporate that into the show as well, and then reach back and pull up maybe one acapella piece we can do. We'll do that for you too. But you know what? You heard what he said.
But the commercial is, because we missed the commercial, www.thenotations.com.
Get it in there. Okay.
That's where you can go see videos, man. www.thenotations.com.
Yeah.
All over the place, so everybody can go and see.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the last little part to that, to answer your question, with that, we just it's like making a stew. We mix all the good stuff in and then we add. And this shows the versatility of the group.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely great. It's amazing that old school music or classic music, R&B music is still a demand for it. Mm-hmm. And you guys are still making people remember you all. That's a beautiful thing, because, if you don't keep it up, folks will forget.
Yeah, that's right.
People have short memory spans. They don't like I said the Notations, I'm having them on my show. They said, who?
Yeah.
I said the notations. Then I had to start naming names. Eric. Oh yeah, the notations.
Well, we look at Dr. Ron. We look at the fact that the music that we're doing, and just like you said, it's coming back around. People are looking for it. Right. So we're introducing a lot of music to younger people that they have been exposed to, and now they're starting to feel that groove, because we would always ask them, what is going to be your old school music when you get 50, 60 years old? You're gonna be cussing around your kids, and so you 60 years old and you
That's true. That's so true.
We've been received very well by the younger generation, though. Oh yeah, they love the music. Once they see it, they hear it. It's like, yeah. Where were we performing when the young guys sitting in the back? Was it the promontory? Sitting in the back, and they said, back. Yeah. They sitting back with young kids sitting back. Who's that? Man, them guys can sing.
Right. And that's a good thing that they recognize talent. And even Marshall, Marshall will not let the shy lights die. They got to roll that rascal out on stage in a wheelchair. Man, he got one side of his body and the other side he playing them old hits, boy. But right. and he got a Vegas run now, and I'm like, this boy will not quit.
We'll see him in Vegas June 4th. We're going to Vegas. We'll be in Vegas
the 8th. Yeah. I mean, so it's excellent that the music will not, just die and go away. I look at Vern and Marvin Jr.'s son.
Right.
They just did a remake, and man, it's hot. I was listening to it.
What's the name of it? What did they do?
Don't make me lie to you, bro.
But it's out there, huh?
It's out there. Yeah, they did a video and everything. And Mickey McGill and Vern Ellison did a cameo. They showed up in the video. Yeah.
We gotta look that up.
Yeah, man. But Marvin Jr. sounds just like his daddy.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's doing.
He sounds just like his daddy. And I didn't know Vern's son could sing until I saw this one. And I was like, man, that's good. And I had to stop it when it got to the cameo part. Now Mickey and Vern are not singing.
Right.
But they were just a cameo. I said, look at them rascals, old rascals still showing up in the video.
You gotta check that out.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it's a good one. And there's so many people, man, that remember that music. Because I remember when speaking about the Blue Dahlia, that the Dells used to rehearse in there.
Yeah.
They used to come to that club and rehearse before the bar opened. Now it was actually in Markham. It was on Park Avenue.
Yeah, Markham.
Yeah, and we had so many clubs. See, Chicago had its own thing.
Oh, right.
And then the South suburbs had our own thing. Right. We had like Southern Lounge, which was a showplace, and then we had Devil's Palace, before it became Apollo South.
Yeah.
And then we had Benji's.
Benji's.
Yeah. And then we used to come over in Eric's neighborhood in Robbins, and they had them places after hours all the time.
All the time. You go there, skins.
Yeah, man, everything, Yeah, for real. I mean, it was live music was a thing. And it was a serious thing, like it was people, man, oh my God, would travel, great distances, just to, see a live music show, man, because it was a regular thing, Right. So, I appreciate what you guys are doing, man, and don't give it up, man. Don't let nobody tell y'all time didn't pass. Look, I'm finna mess Eric up again. Remember Greg Rose?
Oh yeah.
Greg Rose used to be out there playing drums, sounding like Teddy Pendergrass every week.
Hey, but I tell you what, when he did the Teddy, he turned around and sing Reasons on top
Yep.
of behind them drums. He was singing Reasons and
Yep.
get all them notes, man. But I see Greg when I go to Vegas. I was
Right.
with Greg and his brother Bobby. I went
Yeah.
up there with them maybe about 6-8 months ago.
Yeah. Because I think, is he living in Vegas or is he in LA?
He's in LA and in
Right.
Vegas. Bobby lives in Vegas.
Yeah, a few years ago, Country Club Hills Theater brought him in, and he did a track show.
Okay.
You know, out there at Country Club Hills Theater.
Does a good job of Teddy. I haven't heard anybody do a better job of Teddy.
Man, he been doing it long enough.
Man, he got it. He got it.
You know, and then when he left Chicago to go sing with his brothers, he was in their group for a while because his brothers had been on for a long time. You know, and then he showed up on Soul Train one time. You know, when Soul Train used to come on the weekends, you know, and him and his brothers was on Soul Train, and I was like, "Is that Greg?" Yep, absolutely.
We'll see them when we're out there too. Yeah, we'll see them.
Yeah, it's a lot of good people, man. You know, I want to talk about you guys some more. You know, the notations. You know, what makes this group so special?
Well, what makes it special for me, especially, is that to have two guys that dedicated to doing what we're doing, ambitious is high, the charisma that we have is great, and you got to have that. If you don't have that, then it's basically not going to work. You know, we don't worry about who's going to do lead or I did the last one this, don't I get $20 more? No, we don't go through all of that. It's right down the middle. But the chemistry is good. We all write, we all have ideas. We just get in the pot and toss an idea out, toss a line. I'm writing it down. They know I'm going to be writing it down. As soon as he says something, I'll jot it down. And a lot of times, this is right. This is how we come up with a lot of the songs. We got new stuff too. We can't speak on that yet, but we got some real new original stuff coming at you that's going to really blow you away because we try to always go up another step. You see, the videos have helped a lot. So now this new music coming, but it's the chemistry. You got to have that. Right. And we've all been doing this a long time.
Absolutely.
So it's not something unusual to us. The chemistry is good, and you have to have that.
Yeah. I've been bouncing off my Zed a long time. He just don't know me. You know, I've been, like I said, I've been knowing him, have been talking to him, but you know, it's crazy because by me being in the business as long as I have, I'll be in the room when a lot of stuff be happening. You know, and then you know, he, of course, you know, when stuff is happening, I've never been a groupie. You know, so I ain't like I'm gonna go up there and make him know who I am. You know, but if somebody don't tell him who I am, he would never know. You know, like I'll make you laugh. You know, Gus Redman is a real good friend of ours.
You did. Good job. It worked. Dr.Ron, it worked.
Yes, sir. Man, and I tell you, I've been knowing Gus forever. You know, yeah, all of us, yeah, for real. You know, and he's still the same, unfortunately. You know, but it's just that, you know, history. You know, you are walking history, you're walking legends. I like the part you put on there, the legendary, because you are legends.
Right.
You know, you're doing legendary music, you know, and I know we got a show coming up in Chicago. I'm gonna put the plugger up in a minute. And I know you got a show before that. So you're performing in Chicago a few times this summer. So you want to start talking about, you know, some of your other appearances, or you just gonna make them wait till they see you on your show?
Well, we know we got July 8th. Well, you're gonna put that. You already know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's July 8th. You know, and we got the fabulous Ronnie G. And
Right, okay. Well, since you're gonna talk about it, let me put it up.
I'll put it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and put it up. Y'all stand by. It might take me a second here to get it up. But since you all are talking about it,
world-renowned Sam Chapman.
yeah, and you know, Sam and I go way back. You know, y'all see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sam and I go way back, and that's my boy. He and I have been, you know, he every time he see me, he tell people I'm the only doctor he trusts.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. So coming up, live performance on July the 8th on the West Loop. You know, there's a performance. Are there any tickets left? Because I know they're going fast, right?
Oh yes, it's a few left. Yeah, there's a few left.
Yeah. So tell us about that show.
Basically, we're hoping that it's going to be a sellout crowd. Tickets are going fast already. They just came on sale a few days ago. So, I mean, we've got a host MC, Black Ice, dynamite guy. He's full of dynamite. Then, like he said, Sam Chapman's going to be doing the spinning. We have a young lady that we're also managing. She lives in Nashville, Miss Val. She can go. She can go. So they're going to be excited when they see her. But she's under our management now, so we're managing her. She's from Chicago, but she moved to Nashville. And Ronnie G, of course, Soulful Sounds of Ronnie. Ronnie's going to blow it away.
Yeah, you know, Ronnie been around a long time as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, do you all have your own band, or you just got mercenaries, or what's going on?
We have the Notations Orchestra. We have our own band. Now we switch out members here and there as we need it, depending on what we need. But we have a full 9-piece orchestra.
Okay.
So we'll be all the way live.
Okay. So now, with the venue, now you know you want to talk about. I see you got a VIP section. You know, what's happening with that? Are they going to be tables, or you know, what's with the VIP section and what's regular with the regular admission?
Okay, so the VIP section, there's going to be approximately 30 tables for VIP.
Okay.
And those are going pretty fast. Yeah, those are going real fast. I think they're almost gone. But then you have those are tables. Then we'll have general seating, and so far it seems like it's going to be a theater seating because we have so many people that's saying they're coming, that's buying tickets. It's going to be kind of hard to put tables with all the people that's trying to come. So we'll have VIP up front, right by the stage. Then we have general admission tickets. There'll be plenty of room. Then we leave some space so they can step. Those steppers would like to step with Sam, so he's going to take care of that. It should be a full night of entertainment. Old school style.
Yeah. So now with the VIPs, do you get a bottle service, or you know, y'all gonna be serving pork chops with the dinner?
We got a little special something. There you go. We got a little special something different for the VIP.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I just want to try and make people understand. They want to get that last couple of VIP, tables, because it's gonna be something special with it, and just general admission. Is it like a balcony? Because this venue is a performing arts venue. So is there a balcony or all one level?
Oh, one level one level. We're in the main hall. They'll be right there.
Right there. Okay. Now, and they can reach out because on this plugger, and I said plugger to somebody the other day. They said I could tell how old you are because you said plugger. They don't say pluggers no more. but they got numbers directly on here, and this is going to be it's already over social media all over the place. But you can call any one of the numbers and get a ticket directly from any one of the numbers that are listed here. Now, can they contact the venue website, or would it be better to go through the Notations website?
Either or.
Yeah. They may want to just try to do the epiphanyshy.com.
Okay.
And if they do that online, epiphanyshy.com, and you can put our name in the search engine and it'll pop up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to see this. All right, we're gonna take that down, get y'all back up there. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I think I might even come out to this. I was telling
you better be. Doing all this interview and you not coming out.
well, look, let me tell you the backstory on that.
Give
Okay,
you,
I got, I,
give them your address if you don't. I'm gonna put your address on social media.
look, I was talking to, I know you remember Kendall Parrott, Eric.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was talking to Kendall about you guys doing the show, and I was telling him I might come. And he said, "What?" Because see, we had COVID,
Right,
okay, and I wasn't going nowhere. I get invited to go everywhere because people somewhat know me, like me, all that kind of stuff, and they be wanting me to support what they doing, And I'm like, man, I'm not going nowhere, because they got COVID out there and it's killing people. I have known too many people that have passed away
yeah,
from COVID, you
right,
know, and I'm not trying to be one of them,
right.
So, and I've been very cautious and been all the protocols, everything dealing with it. Make you laugh again. Casper, everybody know Casper.
Oh
Cas-
yeah.
Casper didn't care nothing about COVID. He was Casper sliding all over the place with some kind of show going on. And he'd be like, "Man, you coming?" I'm like, "No, I ain't coming."
Right.
And he'd be like, "Man, I'm gonna send a girl to come get you." I said, "She won't come back.
Okay.
She gonna miss the show because I ain't coming. And if she want to be with me, she gonna have to stay here with me. That's
Right.
it. That's all."
I like
you know.
that.
But my thing is, man, and according to the federal government, and everybody say I say according to the federal government because they know they lie
Right.
that COVID is supposed to be over with. Okay, but
Right.
I ain't falling for that. You
That's right.
know, look, last year I went on tour with I got tricked into a tour, man. I did 6 jobs on that tour with a South African a cappella group. One of
Come on.
my buddies from New York, he tricked me into this,
Right.
and then they threw money at me, So I jumped up and went on the road like I was a young man. And brother, I ain't going on the road no more. I don't like hotels. I don't like airports. So all of that, I'm like enough reason for me to say I ain't doing this no more. But I was shocked that man, I had mask on everywhere I went. I was the only person in the venue with a mask on because I don't know these people,
Right. Right.
you know. But I don't trust them. Okay, they talking about only 35 people in the state of Illinois, and I ain't trying to be 36. Okay,
Right.
because it's still some more room for COVID to do what it do.
Right.
You know? And I just got respect, for what they say, and I know they lie. I just say it like that. But I know y'all gonna have protocol for people that's scared like me, right?
Oh yeah.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
What the government say, you be all right.
You got it. You be all right.
Oh my God, I'm in trouble.
You got it.
Look, I know y'all gonna take care of Sam, so I'm gonna go hang out by him.
He'll be okay too. Right?
Yeah, I know he gonna have a fan and an air conditioner and everything else up there by him.
That's right.
But man,
Government say you be all right.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Mr. 36.
Y'all rough. So I know we having fun and talking. Are we forgetting anything in relationship to this event? Is there something that special you want to talk about in relationship to the group and this event coming up? Now, this is the first event that you guys are doing in some years, right?
Here in Chicago?
Yeah.
No, we did the promontory twice.
It's been a few years ago.
It's been a while back, but we did the promontory at least twice, and we sold it out.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something. You're talking about the COVID. I know you remember this. The second time we got ready to do it, the COVID was really going strong.
Right.
And the city was calling different places, shutting it down. So we really didn't know. It had been booked for like 3 months ahead of time. So we really didn't know what was going to happen. We ended up calling the promontory, and they told us, well, nobody had called them or contacted them about shutting it down. And the people that bought tickets, everybody showed up.
Mm.
And we did the show. And I think it was while we was on stage, they got a call from the city saying, shut it down. We was on next to the last song, and that was it. We finished the whole show.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, and I showed you that God was with us, no one that came that we know of got sick or caught.
Right.
Wow.
Unreal. I mean, it was just unreal.
It was a
Everybody.
packed house.
Yeah, it was packed house.
And they shut it.
After that, they had other things coming, and they told them, no good. That was it. We were the last thing in that club during the COVID, the last thing.
And what's the capacity at the promontory? I can't remember.
It was about at least 4.
Around 400.
Because you got the bar back there and everything. At least 4.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of people have done that show. I know Teresa Griffin does it a lot.
Yeah.
This is
Mickey
nice.
Howard.
It's nice. It's a nice spot.
Really good.
I know the comedians do it. They got a show that they do over there once a month. So yeah,
Oh, you got some big time people in there. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They got some really big time people.
Yeah.
And one more that we missed, we got to throw this in the pot. On the 20th, what's that? Lions in Illinois.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you want to talk about that, Dr. Ron?
Whatever, man. Look. This is about y'all, man. You talk about anything you want to, man. I ain't gonna hit the beat button on you. Go right ahead, bro.
But no, when we were together, he told me, "You guys are performing next week."
Yeah.
I said, "Huh? What you talking about?" He said, "Well, yeah, you guys. You didn't tell me about next week. You guys perform." So when you were talking about, I think you were talking to Casper. You found out we were performing.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, he's done his homework.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, man. I know who to call. When you want to know something, I know who to call, man. They ask me questions, man. Look, you can't have a name Ask Dr. Ron and not have answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that morning I was trying to get some information, and I called Casper, and he was like, "Yeah, man, notations. I'm hosting. It ain't my show, but I'm hosting them. later this month." And I was like, "What? How they gonna do that? How they gonna do a show this month and then have a concert and a month and a half later?
It's spread it out, bro. It's spread it out enough.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So but Casper said he just found out. And then when I talked to Eric, he was like, "Yeah, I just found out this morning."
Right. I didn't know Casper was on the show.
Right.
Yeah. I've learned in this community that we have in Chicago, it's only a handful of people that are real. Everybody else be faking and shaking, boy. They don't really. And they, they'll sell you a bill of goods in a heartbeat, and you be thinking that you dealing with somebody that know what they doing and what they talking about. And the next thing you know, you got had,
Dr. Ron.
Look, like I said, when I say 50 plus years, man, I've been in front of the camera and behind the camera. So I know all sides of it, so I tell you, man, look, ain't no joke out here. So any upcoming artist, what would you have to say to them? Somebody made a comment. I got to go find out what it is. Oh, okay. Reggie Miles. This is my guy here.
Oh, that's Mr. Miles is stepping.
Yeah. That's Reggie.
What's up, Reggie?
Yeah, that's what's up. Go ahead. Anything that you would say to an upcoming artist that might be out there doing their thing or not doing their thing?
I got something to say right off the bat. This is a good one for me. It's always a good one for me. What they should do, if you got the talent already, God gave you the gift to sing or whatever, or rap, or whatever it may be. The first thing you need to do is know the business side, because you already got the vocals or whatever it is to do it. If you get that down, and don't just run because they offering you this and sign your name without getting it checked out with an entertainment lawyer. If it's cost you $50, $100 to look it over, you should do that. And don't just jump in there and sign your name, because then you look at it, oh my goodness, it's time to get paid. And it's like, well, let's read that. Did you read that right there? And it's too late. You gave it all. You see. So that's my thing. Y'all know the business side first.
Yeah, and that's very profound information. See, it's the entertainment business.
Hello.
And that's the part that people forget about. See, people, they have a gift from God and they think that makes them special, and it could make them special. But you still got to understand, the business part of it. You got to know how to read a contract. You got to know, and I tell people, I've been, little mentoring from time to time. I tell people, you don't even want a 360 deal.
No.
That 360 gonna rape you from the time you sign it to the time they release you. And then only if you lucky to make some money, you might be able to go somewhere and do something, because you can say you got a little experience now. But you're going to starve to death, while you're on that 360. That 360 was not designed for an artist at all.
That's right.
Not at all, So I try to encourage people, and then, and it's so crazy nowadays. And I know this is going to hit home with you. Young artists don't even know how to read music.
Well, that's the key.
Yeah.
That's one of the keys, because if you talk to a younger artist and they're saying, oh, I played all the music. Well, basically what you've done is hit the keyboard. You hit a key, and the keyboard is playing the strings. Mm-hmm. Well, back in the day, you had live strings. You had live hands. People, they studied that, a horn player. You can play a keyboard now and get the same horns, and people don't understand what it even means to say, I actually played music. Right. Mm-hmm. So there's a big difference, but there's also a discrepancy about it, because they feel that they are playing music. Yeah. And it's sad. Yeah. We're losing a lot of talented people that could be really talented. They can exploit their talent more if they would actually take the time to learn what their true passion is. Their craft. So we're playing a battle with that. So
yeah. Now I got to circle back around. I heard you say earlier in the conversation that you all are managing. So what's that about? You all got a management company? What's that about? Let's talk about that, because that sounds like that should be relevant.
Yeah. So actually, we formed a management company. Right now, it's basically Notations Management. We're still here, management. So the thing is, we know with the skills that we already have, what we've learned, what we've come together, and what we're producing, because we're writing, we're producing, we're recording right here where we sit. We're writing and recording. So we know that, of course, we're getting older, and there are a lot of talent out there that they just don't know where to go with what they have. You can record and make a beautiful record. Record aging me, right? But you understood what I was saying, though.
I understood exactly what you were saying.
So they can make music and EP. But what do you do with it once you got it?
Right.
You can have a trunk full of records, CDs. There's more to it to that. So we've been there. So now we can pull people in and say, oh, that's a very talented brother. We can talk to that young lady and say, okay, what is your dream? What is your goal? How do you plan to get there? Mm-hmm. Map out that road and show them. We can come in here and lay tracks. We can do all of that right here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got a chance to get peep behind the curtain, man, in the where it's going down at, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what's up. I see the mirror up there. Is that where y'all practice y'all steps at?
Microphone
Yes,
is
right
well,
there,
you
yeah.
know, with the steps. I mean, Marzette, explain this to him now. Tell him what you did now. This brother.
No, we all come together.
But this brother was Chicago's first
Two-time world's largest steppers contest winner.
world
Yes.
contest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. That's what's up.
That's my man.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's what's up. You know, so do you all consider yourself making stepping music still or singing it still? Because you know you can't have a world-class stepping champion and not make stepping music.
Well, let me share this with you. It's music you can step to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
right.
feel the same.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. I love it. I love it.
But mainly now, when we said that we got some new stuff coming. Oh yes.
Okay.
So we got something that's gonna really surprise them that they never heard the notations do.
Okay.
Probably thought we could do it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Stuff coming at you.
Yeah.
Won't be long.
So you're still relevant and continuing to be relevant.
Absolutely correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love it, man. I love it. You know, once again, I want to talk about, we got about 8 minutes left in this segment. I want to talk about the upcoming show again. I want to make sure people know where, let me put this back up, where people can find the, let me see, I figure out how to put this back up here. You know, I'm technically challenged when it comes to doing extra stuff.
Oh, no, Dr. Ron, don't try.
Oh, good.
Don't try.
There we go. There we go. See, I want to put it back up there again so that people can see it and be able to know where to go to get tickets. The phone numbers are on the bottom of the card here. Please call these numbers. It's going to be real people that's going to answer the phone. You know, that's relevant for our age group, man. You call them computerized people start coming on the line and you be like, I don't want to talk to them. And then you want them to speak English, you know. You know, look, we got, we got schisms and isms when it comes to stuff like that, you know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now look, all right, and see this guy right here is late to the show. I'm gonna put his comment.
Al, who are those guys? What's up, Al?
You know, he come late to the show. Now he want to try and figure out who y'all is. You know, I know he know. You know,
brother.
yeah. There you go. And the thing is, you all can still get tickets. You know, tickets are going fast. You know, you definitely want to try and get in there and get them VIP tickets and get those, advanced tickets. You know, might as well save $5 if you can.
Yeah.
You know, now, and I don't know. You may or may not be able to answer this question, but what about the parking in the area? This is West Loop area. You know, can you all speak to that, or you don't know enough about the parking?
Yeah, actually, there's a parking facility right around the corner. So
okay,
there's a parking facility. It has a sign out front, parking, whatever, and
Is that on Adams?
whatever that first street is.
Okay.
So there's a parking facility there. So they're open. Yeah.
Yeah. So we getting comments coming in now. Ron Simmons is like, the notations are some bad cats.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you.
You know? So comments are starting to come in now. That means people are waking up from their nap, you know, and they start checking out the late night lineup. You know, now attire. Is this like dress to impress?
Hey,
You know,
yes, I would say yeah to that.
you say yeah to that? Okay, here we go. Got another comment. You can park in my yard for $10.
Yeah.
Now, see, the bad thing about that is that the person who made that comment is in California. So
Well, we'll be there. Well, we'll be out that way Saturday.
yeah, that's Lee Michaels. You know, he works with me on this station.
Okay.
You know, Lee is out there bootlegging limousines. You know, you know, and see, people don't realize Lee is one of the legendary radio people of our lifetime. You know, and he out there bootlegging limousines. Lord have mercy. You know, I talk about him every chance I get. See, I'm saying all that because he ain't on the air with us, so I ain't got to worry about him, you know, chiming in. But so I missed the comment about the attire. Is it like dress to impress, casual? How can they come? Any kind? You ain't gonna send them away if they got tennis shoes.
Dress to impress. Dress to impress.
Dress to impress. Yeah. Okay. No sagging pants.
No, none of that. We don't know.
No. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So all right. So short skirts. You know, booty shorts. You know, anything like that.
Too short.
That would be impressive to somebody.
Well, you know, look. Some of you old school groups can remember the time when the girls used to throw their drawers, not thongs, drawers up on the stage. Okay, I'm talking about bloomers as big as you know.
Had it happen. I understand what you're talking about. Had it happen.
Look, they be throwing them on stage, and all of a sudden they parachute like a parachute.
Who's these? Yeah. How many of y'all fit in here?
So
yeah, it does. Yeah.
I know it does. Well, look, we got about a minute left, guys. You know, I'm gonna hit each one of y'all one at a time. Please say something to the people before we get out of here.
We love you. We hope you come out. My name is Marzette Stingling Griffith. And go out and see the notations.
Yes, sir.
For me, Cliff Curry, leader and founder of the group, I want to say to all our fans, suburb, in the city, come out July the 8th, 201 South Ashland. 7 o'clock show, 8:30 show.
Yep. Doors open at 7.
Doors open at 7. Come on out and let's have a good time. We don't do a lot of shows here in Chicago. They're usually out of town, so this will be about like the third one. So come on out and enjoy. We'll have
Get your tickets.
And I'm Eric Rapier Bryant, not rapper. I am Eric Rapier Bryant. And y'all come on out July the 8th. Epiphany was it?
Center.
Yeah, Epiphany Center and 201 South Ashland. Be there. You're gonna have a good time. Old school music. We going there.
Don't meet us there. Beat us there.
Yeah. Hey man, I just want to say thank you guys. You know, I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. I appreciate you. You know, I think what you all are doing, keeping music alive, you know, your era of music alive. I applaud you. I salute you. And if there's anything I can do for you, just saying it publicly, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help you guys.
Thank you, Dr. Ron, so much, man. Let's leave him with that. It's out here.
Huh? You want to leave us with us something?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit him, man. Hit him.
Say it's all right. It's all right. Say it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Have a good time. 'Cause it's all right. Whoa, it's all right. We're gonna move it slow.
Sing bass too. Boom, boom, boom.
When lights are low.
Boom, boom, boom.
When you move it slow, it sounds like mo. Then it's all right. Whoa, it's all right.
That's
All
exactly.
right. Fantastic. All right. I look forward to seeing you guys on the 8th. You all stay blessed. Y'all spread this video around. We need you all to spread this around. Please subscribe, like, and share. Reach out to them, reach out to me, and I'll tell y'all how to find the tickets. You all stay right there. We're out of here.